Hey, welcome back to Who's Up, where today we're going to get into some sports. What you got for us, Danny Ocean?
So we can do dealer's choice. We can talk about these bum ass Lakers in the Western Conference in basketball. We can talk about these bum ass Cowboys, and we can talk about the NFL playoffs. So which one? Yeah, dealer's choice. Who want? Justin, you can decide because you root for both. Who you want to go first? Who should get shot first?
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. Give me
it. We'll go with the bum ass Cowboys. All right. So last week, for those who didn't, last week playoff started. We knee deep in the division round. Last week, my Eagles lost. They got throttled by Tom Brady. Who else lost last week? The Bengals beat.
They beat
the Raiders.
Thank you. They beat the Raiders. Whistlegate. Yeah, I don't think that played a role in anything. We got the Chiefs sending Big Ben home early. Amen. That was a great retirement party. Sent them home. We ain't got to see him ever again. We don't have to watch Ben Roethlisberger play football ever again. God is good. Pay your tithes and offering because he does miraculous things. The Bills beat the brakes off the Patriots. Actually, it's funny. The Cowboys are the only home team that lost last week. The Rams annihilated the Cardinals. And this week, last night, we're in the division round last night. Both one seeds went down, right? The Titans lost to the Bengals, which I said was going to happen. Too bad I didn't gamble on it. And then San Francisco beat the Packers. So, Justin, you should feel a little bit better.
I do. I feel much
because
better.
The team that beat you is in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah,
so might be a little legitimacy. I mean, but y'all still choked. And then Dr. J, tonight, the de facto AFC Championship game, Buffalo's in Kansas City, and then we have LA at Tampa this afternoon. So my first question to you guys is, what are your overall reactions to the first week and a half of the playoffs? TJ, you didn't have a horse in this race, so you can go first.
I enjoyed it, man. It was some good football play. San Francisco tried to give Dallas the game, but I don't know. They just didn't take the silver platter because they sure tried. They tried all game to give y'all that game. The upsets from the other night were great. I mean, I didn't pick any of the upsets because I wanted to see Aaron Rodgers go all the way and then leave Green Bay hanging at the end. But that ain't happen. They lost in the first round, well, their first round. But yeah, I think we got some good football ahead of us, man.
Well, last night Aaron Rodgers said he's not sticking around for no rebuild because the Packers are $46 million over the cap, and Aaron said there's a lot of people's contracts online, and he's not staying for no rebuild. So I think Aaron Rodgers is gone anyway. If he had won the Super Bowl, I think it'd be more likely he would stay. But now that they've got upset by the 49ers, I think it's more likely that he's going to go.
I think that was going to be either way he was leaving because, again, I think he was already upset when they drafted Jordan Love. And again, they only going to do the Aaron Rodgers experiment, but so many times with Aaron Rodgers sitting on the bench while Brett Favre was there, and now Jordan Love sitting on the bench while Aaron Rodgers is there. So I think that it was going to be a mutual parting any way you slice it, because I don't think Davante Adams is going to even want to sign there because you're not going to beat Davante Adams with Jordan Love. You're going to be Michael Gallup. You're going to be a guy to get a couple plays, couple touchdowns a year, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? As nice as he is, but if you ain't got nobody really throwing you that's not a shot at Dak, but if you ain't really got nobody throwing you the ball for real,
no, you can take your shots at Dak.
No, I ain't got no shots.
Men named Dakota deserved all the shots that come their way.
Anyway, I think he was leaving regardless.
What do you think he ends up?
I think it wouldn't surprise me if he ended up somewhere maybe like Denver, which already has like a loaded defense or something like that. Especially with Dan Quinn probably going there. Low deep. I think he's going, or maybe he wouldn't go to Chicago. Like he's going to go somewhere, and I would assume in the AFC.
Anyone else want to? I have an idea of where he should go. Does anyone else want to chime in?
Atlanta.
No one's going to Atlanta. Nice try though. But that's like him coming to Philadelphia today. It's not going to happen. Dr. Day, is there any?
I mean, I think he might go to Pittsburgh somehow, somewhere.
But that will be disgusting.
Yeah, because I mean, Denver. Well, we want them to ride, so I don't want them to get nobody. But
John Elway loves old quarterbacks at the end of their career. So Justin, I think you're on to something. But if you can't beat them, join them. You should go to San Francisco. They got everything. They got an elite defense. Yeah. They have a great receiving core. Like, imagine instead of Jimmy G, Aaron Rodgers. Like, that's a wrap.
Trey Lance said he got a spot to step out there now.
I
Yeah, they
mean,
gave away all that. But also, my other
if Trey
question
Lance can't beat Jimmy Garoppolo, he damn sure ain't gonna beat out Aaron Rodgers.
yeah. But even going back to your statement about them having a great receiving core, they do. They got Debo and who else?
You got Brandon Ayuk, you got George
That
Kittle,
boy,
you got a
he
bunch of
fumbled
running
2
backs that
times in
can
the set
catch.
in 3 plays.
Hey, you see what Kyle Shanahan has schemed up with Jimmy Garoppolo. Imagine what he could scheme up with Aaron Rodgers.
But hold on,
Everything.
man. Kyle Shanahan's an offensive genius almost. Look what he did with the Falcons. He took us to the Super Bowl. You know, he ended up making us lose it, but he still got us to the Super Bowl.
Can you
got
imagine
the
that
Atlanta
offense with Aaron
Falcons.
Rodgers?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers gonna take Brandon Ayuk and make him Devontae Adams.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing about that too. Like wherever Aaron's going to go, it's going to be a package deal because Devontae is a free agent this year. They're not going to slap the franchise tag on him because they're in salary cap hell. So Devontae and Aaron will probably be a package deal. So put Devontae in San Francisco with Ayuk, Debo, Elijah Mitchell, Trey Sermon, George Kittle, and then that defense on the back end. Dog, like what can you do with that?
Do they have enough cap space, especially with they actually said that they were going to prioritize Debo, so they're going to try to sign him. I think he only get 1.9 mil this year, so I think they were going to try to prioritize him. But is Debo getting Devontae Adams money?
We're going to slap you with this franchise tag, and you're going to like
but
it.
he's not even paying up his contract yet.
Oh, well, then we ain't got nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
So if you still under contract, dog, we ain't got nothing to talk about.
No, he on his Ben Simmons. He want to renegotiate now. He want to talk now.
He gonna set out potentially winning the Super Bowl because that's what that 49ers team would do is they'd be in the Super Bowl. I don't know if they'd win, but who in the NFC can stop them? Because Tom Brady, I think he's done after this year.
But they still in a tough division though, because San Francisco played with the Rams, Seattle.
I mean, if you're Seattle's washed, Russell Wilson's gone. I'm not worried about them. I mean, you concerned about Matt Stafford? He just won his first playoff game. He's been in the league for 15 years. Like I understand. Like I understand that the Rams are good, and I understand that the Cardinals are good. But we've seen Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury fold 2 years in the playoffs. Like the 49ers and Aaron Rodgers, they're the favorite in the NFC, and it's not even close.
Can I switch to on that? How come Kyler Murray doesn't get the slander?
I don't know. Get? He deserves it. I'm here. Hey, we can unload on Kyler too. I'm here for it. We can unload that.
I was like, that's.
But I think you don't respect Kyler as much as they respect that because like he's already shorter. He's so much stuff going against him that people like.
I don't think that because he was in the MVP conversation before he got hurt. I just think because Dallas fans are arrogant and y'all deserve everything y'all get. Because y'all was out here hooting and hollering because you beat the Eagles practice squad and dropped 50. Y'all was like,
Who is y'all hooting and hollering? Who is y'all? Who is y'all?
No. Cowboys Twitter was on fire that Saturday night. Y'all were like, we back. We going to the Super Bowl. We got a 1,000-yard rusher. We got a 4,000-yard passer. 2,000-yard receivers. We back, baby. We going to the Super Bowl. And then you let MAGA Bosa come in your house and beat your ass.
Y'all coaches a moron and thought that a team with barely over 500 needed rest more than they need anything.
Jalen had a bum ankle. Dog, we weren't supposed to be there. Y'all were supposed to win the division handily. Y'all were supposed to go to the Super Bowl.
No, we won't.
Yes, y'all were. And like I said, you let MAGA Bosa come in your house and beat your ass.
For 3 quarters, he ain't played a fourth.
MAGA Bosa came into America's team and hung the Confederate flag, and y'all ain't do nothing.
The rest would move out the
dog.
Way.
Your offensive genius, Kellen Moore, called a QB draw with 14 seconds over the slowest N-word on the planet. Nah, man. He thought Lamar Jackson. Who run a QB draw?
Okay, they had all the sidelines covered. So
why don't you throw the Hail Mary? Like he was at the 40. Like Dak's arm is strong enough to a couple Hail Mary tries.
For sure, but if the ref had a lead already. The ball back, we should have just given the ref the ball. Let Dak
fault is that?
It. It's our fault.
What have I told you all year about Mike McCarthy and his game management?
I don't have a problem with. Again, if Dak would just pulled up 4 yards short or whatever the case may be, instead of running for 20, he ran for 16 and we gave him the ball and we had 1 shot, we still probably weren't going to win because at the end of the day, we had way too many penalties. We did way too many stupid things. So it wasn't the last play of the game where Dak ran a QB draw. We had way too many penalties. And so I think that's what killed us more than San Francisco actually beating us because Joe Burrow got sacked 8 times and he still won. So again, I think at the end of the day, we just were a horribly run team as far as penalized. We just were undisciplined. So I think that's why we lost.
Or Joe Burrow is an elite quarterback and Dak Prescott is not. Joe Burrow has 2 playoff wins in 2 years, and Dak has 1 playoff win in his career.
Yeah, but Joe Burrow ain't beat nobody, man. They should have lost that game against the Raiders.
They should have, but they didn't.
The referees got fired, bro. Like that tells me all I need to know.
That happened. Even the Raider players were like, we still had opportunities. Derek Carr throwing picks in the end zone. Right. I mean, listen, if I'm a Raider fan, I think there's a conspiracy theory to keep us down, and I'd be with you because y'all they on the wrong end of too many calls. But that was the second quarter.
This is what I'm saying, though. This is what I'm saying. You say the Raiders are making mistakes. They don't make mistakes. Cincinnati lose. Okay. Tennessee game. If Ryan Tannehill is competent, they lose.
That's exactly.
But he's
Joe
not.
Burrow ain't showed me nothing. Joe Burrow ain't showed me nothing.
We can't live in that land of ifs and whiffs.
All right.
Well, I just think
Dr. J, if y'all had y'all tackles last year, y'all might be 2-time Super Bowl champions, but you didn't, and you're not.
Hey, that's the only if and fifth we need to worry about. We don't worry about nothing else.
But also,
we on a revenge tour from that right now.
But I think also at the end of the day, sometimes it legitimately matters about matchups and stuff like that, because for the first couple of years, and this is not Russell Wilson slander, Russell Wilson was Dak Prescott before he was Dak Prescott, because they said Russell Wilson was a game manager, meaning I'm not saying that Dak and Russell are on the same playing field. That is not what I'm saying. I think Russell is an overall better quarterback than Dak Prescott. But I'm saying for the first couple of years, nobody was like, oh, Russell Wilson going to throw for 4,500 yards. Watch out. He's throwing 40 touchdowns. No, they were not. They were like, Russell Wilson was a glorified Dak Prescott, if not a better Tannehill, compared to what they asked him to do. And then when all of a sudden the Legion of Boom left and Russell said, oh, y'all forgot I know how to throw the ball, then we have a different, kind of looking glass of what Russell Wilson was. But before that, he was not.
But is that really the players or the actual coaching? Because the coaching had a game plan to fit with the players they had. Like those earlier Russell Wilson years, they had beast mode and a great defense. So let's play to that. When the Legion Boom broke up and Beast Mode retired, all right, we still have some great receivers. Let's play to that. I don't think it's more of the players themselves not wanting to shine. I think it's more of the coaching plan and the game plan that they go into those games with that dictate those, those star power coming out. You know what I'm saying? It's like Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is a great quarterback because he has the intangibles. Just like Justin Herbert is a great quarterback because he has those intangibles. Now, are they playing on the wrong team? You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, like they can go somewhere else and be a lot better because they have better stuff around them and better game plans. But I just don't see the intangibles in like a Dak Prescott as some of these other quarterbacks. Even though Dak is good, like he's definitely a starter, but I'm not saying he's a top 5 starter.
No, I think he's top 5. I definitely think he's in the 5 to 8 range. And again, is that enough to win you? Okay, 6 to 8 range. Is that good enough that he could win a Super Bowl without an offensive line blocking perfectly, without having the best wide receivers? I don't think so. You know what I mean? That's just to keep it 100. But I do think that the Chiefs are gonna get upset today.
Dak Prescott just Baker Mayfield with melanin.
Don't even do that. The level of disrespect
he's not that
right
bad
there.
Now.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Kirk Cousins South?
What?
I'm kidding.
Kirk Cousins of the South?
Yeah, he the Kirk Cousins.
Never, not even on his worst day. Don't even do that. Y'all getting straight disrespectful out here. I'm about to log off.
No, you can't log off. We gotta talk about the Lakers before you can log off.
No, hold on. Before, so who wins today? We got LA, Tampa Bay first, and then Bills, Kansas City this afternoon at 6:15.
Tom and Pat.
No, okay. I don't think. I think the Rams got it. I don't think Tom has enough to overcome. I think he beat the brakes off the Eagles because it was y'all's first time with all them people, right? But I just don't think you can't overcome AB, Godwin, and Leonard Fournette and
He's
the
back.
other
Fournette is
quarterback.
back
Oh,
today.
okay.
I think
And what about
Tristan
the-
Wirfs is out though.
Now Godwin
yeah.
going here.
Yeah, Godwin gone for the year with ACL tear.
ACL,
But
and
Fournette
AB
is back.
gone for the year for mental reasons.
Who was? Oh yeah, AB. All right, Doctor. Oh, so Justin, who do you have? You say you got the Rams. Who you got between
I got
Bills and
Rams and Buffalo.
TJ?
I got the Rams and Chiefs.
Okay. And I have Tampa Bay and Buffalo. Sorry, Dr. J. You should have did that trade earlier this year.
I'm just gonna ask this question. I'm gonna ask y'all this question. They said Mahomes been playing bad, the offense been struggling, right?
Mhm.
And then last week I saw him throw for 400 plus yards and 5 touchdowns.
But you know what
And
that
that's
was?
struggling.
That-
That's
Dak
struggling.
Prescott
was-
versus the Eagles.
That was God getting Big Ben out the paint the right way. Like that was
Right.
karma telling Big Ben he need to stay away forever.
I mean, on this season, he been playing good. Let me pull the stat up real
Listen,
quick. I just want to make
That's
sure.
why
I'm
you
I
telling you
hate
correct.
while you look up those stats, I hate rooting against the brother because I would love to see Patrick Mahomes hoist another Lombardi, but you should have gave me Tyreek Hill when I asked for him.
He got 4,800 yards and 37 touchdowns.
How
And
many
this is a
picks?
down year. We playing bad.
How many
How many
picks they
picks?
got?
World of trouble.
How many-
A
how many
whole
picks?
world of trouble. And don't even
Can you read
realize.
the picks?
How many picks? How many picks does he have?
13.
Okay, that's a
13
healthy
and
amount. That's a
37.
healthy amount of interceptions.
They not.
And
Ooh,
I'm gonna say at least 7 of those tip passes.
I don't care. That's a
Okay.
pick.
Well, then yeah,
They not-
because Ryan Tannehill's yesterday was a tip pass to close the game, and we not cutting him no slack.
And the last point is, all that is scrimmage games. We ain't even playing for real yet. You're in a world of
I
trouble.
hope y'all lose.
In a
bad.
world of trouble. Don't you disrespect Tom Brady. Now y'all remember that now. When you see them in the Super Bowl, you
Hey,
know-
I'd love it. Listen, I'm picking the Bills, but I will not be upset if the Chiefs won. How about that? Is
I
that
would
fair?
feel
All right.
'Cause I don't want to
Right.
hear his mouth.
I ain't gonna
Yeah,
tell you
he-
nothing wrong, man. I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. It's been booked since third quarter of last Super Bowl. Tom Brady against Patrick Mahomes too. Then we see the third next year for the rubber match.
Tom is gone. If he win, especially if he win this year, if he win it all this year, he done.
No,
My
yeah.
dad said Tom playing till he's 50.
He greedy. Tom greedy.
Tom can't even say he wants to play next year. Schefter, did you hear Schefter this morning? It was like Tom can't commit to next year. He ain't said yes or no. He ain't coming back.
Oh,
Like
Tom.
Sean Payton,
Tom
he said
ain't
he's
coming
going back to
man.
New Orleans.
He
Justin, would
said
you guys
yes
take Sean Payton?
in a heartbeat. See
Okay.
you later, Mike. Please give me him. Give me Mike and Brian Flores, baby. We
I
going to
don't
the
know if
Super
this is
Bowl.
the time to talk about it, but I think Sean Payton is a fraud. I don't see it.
Yeah, I think he's Sean McVay. He could scheme up something.
No, I don't think. I think that's disrespectful to Sean. What has Sean Payton done in the 15 years he's been in New Orleans? He got one
Won
ring.
Super
He had
Bowl.
one of the best
Name him out.
quarterbacks in the history of the game. Wasted the rest of his career. You got Alvin Kamara, you got Michael Thomas, you got a great defense, and you still. I mean, granted, Jameis got hurt, but what has he done?
No,
I think Sean
nothing.
Payton-
Did they only win the Super Bowl when they had the Bounty Gate? Wasn't it that the year that they won?
I think that was the year before. No, they already was Bounty Gate after.
That was
They-
before. Bounty was
I think
before.
Bounty Gate was 06 or 07, right?
something like that. All I know is Sean
Hmm.
Payton get a whole lot of leash for stuff he ain't done. They treat Sean Payton like Bill Belichick.
Sure, I'll take Bill.
You don't want Bill. Bill, he being exposed as a fraud.
Who
Now that
are
he ain't
we?
got time with him. Huh?
Shit, matter of fact, we'll take EB. We'll take Eric Bellamy. Bring him.
Yeah. No, y'all gonna fire Mike and promote Kellen Moore.
No, Kellen Moore needs to go.
Yes, he does. I'm glad you see it because
He
he's the one who
needs to
called
go.
that QB draw. Because when things go good in Dallas, Kellen Moore's a genius. But when things go bad, it's Mike
No.
McCarthy's fault.
And the
Like
thing,
Kellen Moore's calling the plays. That's his offense.
I think Dr. J posted it where Eric EB got like 6 conference championships and all these things, and Kellen Moore got 1 playoff win. He got about 47 coaching interviews. I'm like, what the go? Okay,
Same
see
thing
Dr.
with Jonathan Gannon. Like our defensive coordinator is like in the running. Like our defense was cheats, dog. Like our defense was terrible against good quarterbacks. Like the first time we played Justin, like Dallas ate us alive on Monday
Like
night.
41,
Mahomes ate us
21.
alive.
Yeah.
Brady ate us alive twice. Herbert ate us alive. Derek Carr ate us alive. Like our defense was booty. How is Jonathan Gannon getting consideration to be a head coach?
Yeah.
I mean, he's white. Like we know why. Like he's white and he interviews well. But meanwhile, D'Amico Ryans has shut down Aaron Rodgers and the Cowboys in
Dallas,
consecutive
yeah.
weeks. Raheem Morris is out in LA, one of the best defenses in the league. Todd Bowles got the best defense in Tampa. None of it. Well, Todd Bowles got interviewed for the Minnesota job. I haven't heard about D'Amico getting the head coaching interview, and I haven't heard about Raheem getting one.
What about the OC? What about the OC in Tampa?
Byron Leftwich. I think he interviewed for, I forgot which job, but I think he's been on a couple. But Jonathan Gannon is like the front runner for the Texans job if Josh McCown says no, which is crazy. I know we getting off topic. What's the guy's name? The black coach in Texas get fired after beating the Chargers, I think he beat like a couple big name teams, and y'all ain't give him no Deshaun Watson, and he had a third string quarterback. I'm like, Adam Gase got to run the Dolphins to the ground for 3-4 years before they let him go. I was like, what? You know why? David Culley was set up to fail from the start. He was going to be the scapegoat regardless. Like, they knew Deshaun wasn't going to play. All right, let's get someone to sit in here for a year, and we're going to fire him regardless. He won 4 more games than I thought they'd won. I thought they'd lose every single game. They ain't got nothing.
Yeah, I know.
So
Leftwich tried. Yeah, interviewed at Jacksonville.
Okay, that'd be dope.
Yeah, they was good when he was there, man.
That's why I thought he played for him. Yeah,
him and David Garrard.
Woo.
Now we in the Wayback Machine. We talking about David Garrard.
Yes,
But yeah, the fact that Jonathan Gannon might be an NFL head coach. I mean, I'll be happy to see him go because he's a terrible coordinator. I don't like him, but racism, especially during we on the eve of Black History Month. And these unqualified fools getting jobs over black coach, man, it just feel wrong. Like Dr. King didn't get assassinated for this.
And same thing with y'all coach, Nick Sirianni.
Sirianni, hey, I didn't like the hire. I mean, he got us to the playoffs. All right.
What in the world?
But yeah, he came out of the blue. But it was either between him or Josh McDaniels, who should never be considered for another head job ever again. But
I think he did Cleveland like that, right?
No, he did the Colts like that. And then the Colts went and hired Frank Wright.
Oh, yeah. Well,
y'all want to talk about these bum ass Lakers? Y'all want to talk about something else?
Nah, go ahead with these Lakers.
All right, let's talk about these bum ass Lakers. Where are you guys at right now in the West? I think you're 7th. You're definitely in the play-in tournament. I should have pulled this up earlier. I'm sorry. What are the Western Conference standings? There we go. The bum ass Lakers are currently 7th in the West. Not that bad. You're at 523-23. You're definitely going to be in the play-in tournament. Mm-hmm. Russell Westbrook doesn't know how to hit the rim. Frank Vogel might be fired. LeBron is still LeBron, putting up MVP numbers, even though his team is trash. Your second best player is Stanley Johnson, who was working at Best Buy 3 months ago.
First of all, second best player
Bradley
right now
is old.
is Malik Monk. Don't disrespect him.
No, your second best player is Stanley Johnson, not Malik Monk.
Pull up the stat.
How do you guys feel? I mean, how do you guys feel about being frauds and being one of the worst teams in the West? Granted, Anthony Davis is hurt and LeBron James is playing center at 37 years old.
I mean, I believe it goes back to coaching.
Okay. So what coach can take that roster and make them a winning team? I'm all ears, baby. Tell me who gonna make
it's how you play your lineups, man. It's the lineup. If the coach can play the lineups better, like take DeAndre Jordan out the lineup, he shouldn't get no playing time. Put him so far to the end of that bench. Don't dress out. Don't get off.
Okay.
Move Dwight Howard to the starting lineup. All right. Play Russell Westbrook as a starter, but let him take an early break and let him play majority of his time with the second unit.
Okay.
And do that, and you know what I'm saying? And then, look, I don't know what Kim Bazemore doing, but he ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? He can just play a little bit better. If he could just play a little bit better, we'd be okay. So you know what I'm saying? And maybe give Melo a couple more minutes, especially at home when he can shoot. When he can shoot, he don't shoot well on the road, but at home, just need 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
You rank 27th in the league in defense.
Huh?
What coach is going? You guys rank like 27th in the league in defense. What coach is going to help with that?
We need to bring Caruso back.
Okay, he has a broken wrist and he's with the Bulls, but okay, that's a solution. What are you going to give up to get Caruso?
Nothing.
Nothing. We fleecing
in the G League.
Oh, okay. So we talking. So our so far our solution is give Melo more minutes, start Dwight Howard,
Trey Russell.
Can't trade Russell. That's almost impossible.
That's what I was gonna say. Trade deadline. That's what I'm like. I'm talking to the Sixers right
you guys
now.
don't have you guys can't trade a first round pick because it belongs to Memphis, right? Like I think the next first round pick you guys have is 2026. You can't trade them that far out, so you don't have any picks.
You ain't got
any players
that long.
No, look.
Yeah, like your first round picks the next couple of years are like in limbo because like you have pick swaps and stuff like that, so you guys can't trade them. Like you guys are in limbo pick wise.
Westbrook for Ben Simmons, straight up. All right, give me out.
Why would Philadelphia do that?
Because they didn't need anything else either. So just straight trash for trash.
I'd rather have Ben Simmons sit at home than have Russell Westbrook on.
Yo, speaking of that, Jenny Buss and them gave him permission to bench Russell. They say, "Hey, boy, ain't shooting, bench him. We give you permission, Frank, to bench him." So that's why Danny Hope had a great point. I'd rather have Ben Simmons at home than Russell Westbrook shooting, hitting the corner of the backboard. The boy's shooting over the rim.
Like your best trade option, THT, is having a down season. Like what do you have to trade? What trade package? I am a GM. What are you gonna offer me for Buddy Hield, Ben Simmons, CJ McCollum? Dame's out for the
We'll let Memphis keep a franchise if they come up off their play. That's where we at now.
All right. So you think you're the mob?
It is. I mean, that's the Lakers I know. Dr. Buss rolling in his grave right now. We supposed to argue to fleece the league for about 5-6 stars at this point. I don't know what the hell going on. All right. Somebody need to get some threats. Okay. All right. I don't care. Drop some COVID off at their house. Do something. Damn. We need some things to change.
All right, dog. Yeah. All right. So do you guys make the playoffs?
Yes.
No.
I believe we'll make the playoffs.
When AD comes back,
so when is AD coming back?
We're gonna beat
AD coming back when Russell Westbrook gone. I know when somebody calling off from work when I see it. Right? He ain't playing no more along Westbrook there.
Here's an interesting concept. Would you be open to trading Anthony Davis?
No.
Yes.
For who?
No.
That's the question.
I mean, if you're trading Anthony Davis, you're going to get a superstar in return.
I want Ja Morant and
you're not getting
the light-skinned dude to play with him, Payne or somebody, not Payne.
Devin Booker?
No, not him. No, this
dude from Memphis. Brooks.
That's the boy. Yeah.
Dog, you're not getting Ja Morant. You can go it. And Ja Morant wouldn't fit with what y'all like. Y'all need shooting. You need spacing. You don't need another dude who can clog up the paint.
AD for Trae Young and what's my dude?
John Collins.
Oh, Bogdanovic, whatever.
Bogdanovic and Trae Young.
You're not getting Trae Young. It has to be a superstar that's disgruntled, right? Like someone who wants like a
Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum for AD.
But Dame Lillard hurt though. Ain't
we might well tank.
Yeah. You ain't getting Luka. Luka too busy kicking ass and down. Don't you worry about us. We straight.
No, for real. I think we need to just tank until Golden State finish doing what they're gonna do, man. Like I don't see nobody getting past them.
Golden State. Since Steph broke the record, he's cooled off a lot. Like I think Phoenix has only lost 9 games. They're one in the West. I think they're one in the league.
They're gonna pay 8 this year. They're gonna play around again. They're gonna pay DeAndre this year.
They better play DeAndre Ayton. They should pay him today.
What's his numbers look like?
I haven't really been paying. I just know Phoenix has been like just under the radar. I mean, they beat the Mavericks Thursday night. I was very disappointed. But I mean, they're one in the West. They're 38-9, I think, or 39-9.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm sorry, 36-9. They've won 6 straight.
Sheesh.
So,
you know what else? I just realized the Lakers messed it up a long time ago because they ain't listened to me. I see Lonzo Ball playing very well for the Chicago Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
I told him to trade Brandon Ingram, not Lonzo Ball. Yeah, they sent the whole package. See what I'm saying? We supposed to have Lonzo right now. We supposed to have what's my boy? We could have kept Kuzma for all this, man. John.
Kuzma got to go. That boy crazy.
Let me ask you a question.
I say Kuzma for Westbrook right now.
Me too.
Real.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what
was the championship worth it? Right, because you guys sold the farm.
Yep.
For the ring in the bubble.
Yeah.
Was that worth it?
It's always worth it.
Man, I'll tell you like this. We would have never got that ring if he won't in the bubble. even if we did, because we did sell the farm. If that was a normal
The-
championship year, we
Hey.
would not have won.
It don't matter. You still won it though.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't
We could have
matter.
we'd have beat the brakes off Miami outside the bubble. It ain't our fault. We had to
I don't
play.
think we would have
Well,
played Miami. I don't think we would have made it that far
Yeah.
to get to the championship game.
Who was
Hey,
gonna
but-
lose, the Pandemic P?
I'm just saying, if this was a
Yeah, who
normal,
knows?
if it was a normal year, I don't think we would have. That team was not good enough to win a
Hey,
championship.
but it wasn't a normal year. The Lakers adjusted best to COVID on the championship.
I'm saying. It
Can't
was
take
30
that away. That's another banner. Y'all, I know people call it the Mickey Mouse ring, but it's a ring.
Yeah, I
And
mean, I
29
tell you,
other teams had to play too. It wasn't like they
Yeah.
said, "Oh, we gonna quit." They was trying to win too.
You're
Right,
right.
the
Very tough.
bubble
Miami
sparked
would
I
have.
agree with you.
Miami would have took that ring. It would have been through a mean
Oh.
parade.
Hey, let Luka won a ring in the bubble.
I'm going to the parade.
I'm going for real. Like, no, that ring still count. Even though it kind of sparked this Devin Booker, because that man's been on a tear ever since. He might win a ring this year. I doubt it, but he might.
I don't think he got the Kardashian curse.
Hey, what's going on with the Bucks, man? Man,
The Bucks just fine, man. The Bucks fine. Where
Okay,
the
they-
Bucks at in the East?
and
like
the
third,
towards the
maybe?
bottom, that's I saw.
Or 6, right?
They're fourth. They're fourth.
Well, okay.
They're fourth, and they're 3 games behind the Nets for first. It's really not that much distance. The scary part is the Nets, dog. Like if if you're the, so you guys know that, so New York City, and they won't let Kyrie play because he's not vaccinated. It's going to be a fine. If you're the Nets, do you want home court advantage throughout the playoffs?
Mm-mm.
No.
Do you want the 1 seed?
I just need to be in there. I got Durant.
Or
The AC.
would you pony up the money and pay the fines?
Rich.
I'm gonna say, well, this is I mean, we're not talking politics, but the owner, like this is a very political thing between the Nets owner and like Kyrie. Like that's why I don't think the Nets would pay that fine based on their stance, but and Kyrie's not going to pay it either because again, it's a stance thing, right? Like it's two ideologies clashing and no one's willing to move. So, would you prefer home court if you're the Nets, or do you not mind walking into a game 7 against Milwaukee potentially with Kyrie compared to walking into game 7 at home without Kyrie?
Again, I think at the end of the day, you got to play who's in front of you. And if you got Kyrie, you got him. And what's the difference between him injuring his ankle game 7 and not being able to play, or him being healthy?
Kevin Durant's out for like 5 to 6 weeks with an MCL tear. Well, sprain, but he had to get surgery.
Again,
Yeah,
you got to play.
surgery.
He had to get surgery.
Oh, no, we the boss got this one.
I mean, he'll be back. Kevin Durant will be back.
All right. He'll be
All right.
back. But carry the load and back is different.
That's true. That's why I feel like if I'm the Nets, home court advantage doesn't mean much to me. Like I'd rather go into Milwaukee game 7 with Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin Durant compared to walking into game 7 with just 2 out of the 3. Especially
Also,
with James Harden, because we know he get real spooky in the playoffs.
also with the
And the
James
referee's
Harden
gone
thing,
this year too.
is he not trying to come back?
Who?
James.
James who?
Oh
James
yeah, he's
Harden.
not under contract. The only one under contract is KD. Like after this year, they can break up.
Mm.
I mean, but if you're James Harden, where you gonna go?
Back to Houston.
Why? That is a dumpster
Westbrook
fire.
going back too. Westbrook, they said they might trade John Wall for Westbrook. I did
And
hear that.
what is John Wall gonna do for y'all that Russell Westbrook can't? That
We
man
just
ain't
getting-
played organized basketball in 3.5, 4 years.
We just need to get rid of Westbrook. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You just
That's
getting
the
one
whole-
problem for another.
Ain't problem. Just get rid of Westbrook. See what I mean?
You just need that energy gone.
Just gone. John Wall, just sit there in the coaching staff and learn. Don't even play. Just learn and go coach AAU in 10 years. All right. Just get Westbrook the hell away from the team. And then we'll be all right. We'll have a chance. A chance then to at least be half of an organization that somebody will want to come to. See what I'm saying?
I mean, but you're LA. Like people are gonna come to you regardless. Like I wouldn't worry about that. Like, people want to come to LA regardless. Like
Yeah.
Miami. Like people go to Miami regardless.
Let me ask you this question then.
Mhm.
One of my former Laker fans, fellow Laker fans, they said one thing the Lakers is facing against right now is the current generation of players.
Mhm.
Meaning, You come to Los Angeles, you win a championship, or you fail utterly, and you a scrub, right?
Mhm.
They ain't built for that. They want to do TikTok and go do endorsement and, oh, I dropped 35. I don't care if I lost by 50, but I got new
I don't really
Instagram
don't
first
see.
tomorrow.
I don't see proof of that, right? Devin Booker is still trying to say, like Devin Booker has the mentality of a Laker. John Morant has that kind of mentality. Like there are plenty of young. Luka has that mentality. Like there are a lot of young superstars who want to win.
Okay. This is my point though.
Okay.
They chose to stay where they are to win instead of to try to come to Hollywood to win. You see what I'm saying?
Well, so here's the thing about that. So Ja's still on his rookie deal. And then most superstars take that first big contract regardless of what team they're on instead of testing free agency. Like the days of Shaq leaving after his rookie deal are gone, right? Like this is your first time at big money. I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
And then in 5 years when I'm 28 and in my prime, I'm going to go to LA, I'll go to LA.
See, that's
they
what I'm
always
saying.
take the first big contract.
And it's like that first big contract, the biggest one they can get to. Like, can't that team offer them the most?
Yes,
they give them the 50-year
team that
option.
drafted you can offer you the most money in an extra year.
Yeah,
right. So if Luka had went to free agency, he can get a 4-year deal, max contract. If he stays in Dallas, like he gets 10-15% more in an extra year.
Yeah.
So who's to say that year 4, Luka says, I hate it here. I still have 1 year on my contract. Like superstars can still force their organization's hands to get traded. Like James Harden just did it. Luka not going to do it because Luka going to win the championship in Dallas. But I'm just saying, like, if Ja is disgruntled in Memphis, he can say, trade me. And what they going to do?
But is
Melo
he going
did
to
it.
come to LA? You see what I'm saying? Like, it used to be everybody wanted to come to LA to get a chance to win. Now it seems like you can get a chance to win in other places because of social media. Like, who wants to go to Milwaukee?
So, Milwaukee, like, who's signing up to play in Milwaukee, though, right? Like, Chris Middleton was drafted, homegrown. Giannis is drafted, he's homegrown. Like, what free agents? Like, yep, we heading to Milwaukee. Drew Holiday got traded there, signed in the contract. Like, who has, if you have options on the table, who's like, yep, I want to go live in Wisconsin? Nobody. Yeah. Grayson Allen?
We don't want him anyway. But
yeah, that boy crazy as all get out.
Like, it's still LA. Yeah. It's still Miami. It's still, well, I don't know about the Knicks. Like, no one's like, their brain is so watered down. No one's signed up to play for the Knicks. Maybe Dame will go to the Knicks, but it's still LA. It's still Miami.
Yeah.
They always have a chance. Doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
Wait to go.
And I'm talking about the Lakers, not the Clippers. Don't nobody want to go pay for the Clippers.
That's true.
They still got a team. I didn't know they had a team still.
I think they're right behind you guys with 8th. Oh, you guys that would be funny if you guys end up having to play them to get in the playoffs. That would be funny. Yeah, the Clippers are 8th right now.
Just tank, man. Just tank and get in the lottery. It ain't even worth it, man.
I mean, who's to say you I mean, but your pick belongs to somebody else. I don't know if it's protected or not.
It just don't matter. Like, just check out. Like, if you're not going to win the championship, just call out sick. Just we ain't come to work today.
That is peak Mamba mentality. If I ain't winning the ring, I'm checking out.
Yeah. And I better have my contract on time too, direct deposit, and keep my and don't take no tax out my check.
Okay. All right. LeBron marching to Congress right now. Hey, I don't want to pay taxes.
And I ain't playing tonight either. Load management.
All right, man. That sounds good. Yo, tap in with us on IG at Who's Up _podcast. Email us with any questions, anything like that at 1-800-WHO'S Up@gmail.com. We out.